It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Woo! Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Iceman Jeff Carr. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of some of the best barbecue around. If you have not checked it out yet, please check out Midwest Best Barbecue. Next Friday, I know I kept saying Thursday, next Friday, Project Game Day, my boys from Bengals and Brewers are going to be there for the draft party. But before then, get out there, get you some CTB wings, get you some Uno wings, have some pulled pork sandwiches. It is delicious. And I hope you checked out family-owned and operated Meyer Door and Windows. Check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com. They're energy efficient. They're awesome. They give free estimates. I have them in my house. I am thoroughly enjoying them. Easy to clean. Like I said, I've saved a lot of money on my electric and heating bill. And it's Friday night, baby. The Reds are in action tonight, so if you're not going to the game, get your butt over to Hail Mary's. Get your ticket to the game. It's right in the heart of Cheviot, Ohio. Got a big-ass TV screen, beer specials, all kinds of stuff. Make sure you guys check that out. What is up to everybody in the chat? We got Brandon there. We got Stranger in there. We only got 2 people in there. It is a Friday. People are out doing stuff. Now, I said that Jeff Carr was going to be on from Locked On Reds. And so far, he is not in the waiting room. I'm hoping he sees this and remembers that he said he's going to come on. But so far, he has not. And, you know, he's a busy guy from time to time. People forget. So anyway, let's get into some Reds talk anyway. So the Reds, unfortunately, got swept by the Seattle Mariners this past week. It was not a good look. The offense stunk. The pitching was okay. My question that I put out there on the group chat is there on YouTube. By the way, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and give me a super chat if you. I would greatly appreciate it. But I said, are you worried about Hunter Green? And Brad answered, and he goes, I am worried that the Reds didn't go out and get a real number 1 starter. Now, the way Frankie Montas started off the season, I'm like, oh, maybe we found something here. Now, the last 2 starts, he's been walking people. Hunter Green. I'm not nowhere close to giving up to him at all. But this whole thing where he looks really good and for about 4 innings and then all of a sudden loses it is getting old. He's got to figure out how to become a consistent pitcher. He's got to get these other pitches that he's developing over the plate and throw strikes. And he's just walking guys. I mean, Frankie Montas, walking too many people. Abbott, I thought looked good, and then all of a sudden he lost it. Those are, I won't say things that are scary and things that I don't think can get fixed. I do think they can get fixed. It's just we are to the point now these guys have pitched. We need them to show up and pitch like they can. Now, Seattle came out of the box and pitched lights out. They made us look silly. It was very frustrating to watch. It was in Seattle. I didn't get to watch all of every game. I got to watch a little bit of it, and I would listen to it as I would fall asleep, getting ready to go to work in the morning. But it was just a frustrating series, I think, for the Reds. But, I mean, they still got off to a good start. They're still, I think, 1 game above 500. What's your guys' thoughts on how the Reds are doing right now? Because, like I said, I am still happy with it. I'm not ecstatic, but this is a better start that the Reds have gotten off to than the last couple of years. So if they can get things going, in May, June, July, like they did the last 2 years, then we will be in for a very fun summer. Now, to answer Brad's question, he says wonder why they didn't go out and get a number one starter. I was thinking the same thing, honestly, this whole offseason. The hope is that Hunter Green will turn into that guy. Hunter Green has all the tools to do it. Now, we have to take this. These are facts. He has not had that many innings under his belt. He did not pitch a ton in the minor leagues. And I know, everybody's like, well, you probably should send him back down. It's kind of the same way where I was with Ellie. At the beginning, of this month, everybody was like, well, I won't say everybody, but a lot of people were like, well, we should send Ellie back down. I mean, he's definitely needs to go back down and help. And I'm like, Ellie's too talented. He's dominating down AAA. He just needs to figure it out. Just give him time. That's where I'm at with Hunter. We got to still give him time. He's got an elite electric arm. If he can get these secondary pitches and get these guys to swing at him and miss them or beat him into the ground, we're going to have a very good starter. He's got to get people off his fastball. That's the biggest thing. He's got to get them off his fastball. Because you can throw it 105 miles an hour, but they can time it up. And unfortunately, his fastball doesn't move that much. So if he doesn't place it right and it's, anywhere in the strike zone, these guys can hit it and hit it a long ways. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Like I said, it's supposed to be me and Jeff Carr in here, but like I said, I'm usually really good at messaging people the day before and reminding them, hey, are we still good for tomorrow at 5:30? And I did not do that to Jeff Carr, so it's partially my own fault. I got busy with work. People know I got 2 jobs. I work at night at UPS. I got rental properties, rental property management, and then I do this and all kinds of other stuff. So I forgot to message Jeff and remind him that he was coming on today because we went back and forth. There was a couple of different days that he was going to do it. I'm like, let's do it Friday. You're good Friday. We can do it then. So it looks like it's just going to be you and me for a little while here, unless Jeff decides to find the link I sent him and come back on. But again, like I said, my thoughts are that I think I like the Reds. We can do this here. Since we got people watching, let's see here. I haven't done this in a while. Let me invite you guys here. Let's just do this. I'll put the link in the chat here. And if you guys want to jump on and join the show, you are more than welcome to jump on the link is in the chat, so you guys can jump on. We can discuss the Reds. And like I said, they've got off to a good start, which, their training camp, spring training, I was getting a little worried. Nove Marte was out for almost the whole season because of the steroids or whatever you call it. He got popped for performing enhancing drugs that he used, so he out for 50 games. And then TJ Friedl got hurt. And then Matt McLean got hurt. So it's like, oh my goodness. So it was kind of like all those moves that Nick Krall did, or moves that he didn't do, which trading Jonathan India actually helped out because Jonathan India went from being this super sub to pretty much being your everyday second baseman. And Jemmer Carolina was going to be your first baseman / third baseman. Now he's pretty much your everyday third baseman. So it kind of, I won't say worked out for the best, but it was good to we had depth. And it's helped. Just think if we didn't have those guys, where would we be at now? To be honest. I don't think we'd be in the position we're at now at one game under 500. And, still in it. And let's be honest, the NL Central is unfreaking believable. It's the Pirates are better than I thought they would be. The Cubs are better than I thought they would be. The Cardinals are better. Everybody is better than I thought they would be. I thought we were going to be the cream of the crop, which I still think we are the cream of the crop. And we're not, like I said, we're not playing bad. We just got to get back to being consistent, and it's not really about winning 10, 12 in a row. It's about winning series. And it starts tonight. Got City Connect back tonight, Fireworks Friday. So hopefully they get out there and they get a lead. And Nick Lodolo is back. I'm excited as hell to watch Nick Lodolo because I did not get to watch the game he pitched earlier, or first time this year. But from the stat line and from what I heard was unbelievable. And like I said, I think if Nick Lodolo can stay healthy, he is going to be one of the best pitchers in baseball. And he's left-handed, which is awesome. I think he's the only left-hander we got. Him, Ashcraft, and Abbott, I think, have been our most. I mean, although it's hard to say, he's only had one. So Ashcraft and Abbott have been our most consistent starters. If Lodolo can come anywhere close to what he did this last outing, we're gonna be really, really good. Matt here says, too bad we can't beat the Brewers. Matt, like the first game of that series, we won. I'm like, all right, cool. We got that under our belt. We got the monkey off our back. We can beat the Brewers, and then the next two games came out, and it's like the ball looked like a freaking beach ball to them. They were hitting it all over the park, and it's just like, again, like, come on, these guys can't be that good again. But it's early, but we still got time. I still think we're the better ball club. I still think, I like I said, I don't believe we can't beat them. I believe we're the better ball club. They don't have the pitching that they had before, and that was the problem, man. That's what happened in Seattle. We got beat by superior pitching. Their pitching was outstanding. Unbelievably outstanding out in Seattle. So, again, I don't I think the Brewers are going to come back to the pack. Yelich is on the IL, so that could be a good thing for the Reds as far as, catching up with them. Yes, we are definitely a better ball club. I agree with you, Matt. We are definitely a better ball club. That is for sure. It's just, it's not even, I wouldn't even say it's the Reds' fault. The Reds aren't playing bad. They're not playing bad. Our division is just ridiculously good. That's what the shocking thing is. I mean, let me bring up the standings here right now. I mean, we are in second to last place. We're not okay. Sorry. We're a 500 team. My bad. We're not one game. We're 500 right now. But I mean, Milwaukee is 11-6. Chicago's 12-7. Pittsburgh 11-8. I mean, and then St. Louis is right behind us. They're 9-10. So I mean, we're all within. St. Louis is 3 games out. We're 2.5 games out. I mean, we're all so close together, and these winning percentage. I mean, Milwaukee's at 645. Chicago's at 632. Pittsburgh 579. We're 500. But I mean, these are big winning percentages that these guys are doing, and it's just. I said, I'm surprised at how good the division is. I did not think our division was going to be that good. I honestly thought it might have been us, the Cubs, and St. Louis. I did not think the Brewers were going to be. I thought they were going to have a down year. I mean, it's about time they had a down year. I mean, they've been good for a while. I thought the Cubs were going to come back up. Pirates are the Pirates. I did not think the shocking one is the Pirates. I mean, who out there? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Who thought the Pirates were going to be 11-8 this year? The Pittsburgh Pirates. I know they signed Aroldis Chapman, but I didn't see this coming. I mean, they got to a 6-0, 7-0 start. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's kind of start the Cincinnati Reds got in 1990, and we took it all the way wire to wire. But Pittsburgh is starting to come back to earth. Let's see. They are last 10 games. They are 4-6. So there you go. And but see, the thing is, Milwaukee is 6-4. 6-4. Cubs and Milwaukee are both 6-4. Everybody else is 4-6 in the last 10 games. So we got, like I said, that getting swept by Seattle did not help. But like I said, I think we get right back on the horse and take care of business with the Angels tonight. The Pirates did the same thing last year, though, didn't they? You got me. I don't think they got that good of a start. And they got a really good. They may have got off to a good start last year, but they were top of the division this year. They were just mauling people. So, they got off to a good start last year, but this year's start was just ridiculous. It was one that you don't think it's going to last, and so far, it hasn't. They're starting to fall back to that. But again, they're surprising. Milwaukee's surprising. Those are what and that's where you're like, as long as the Reds don't get any more injuries or major injuries, and some of these guys like TJ Friedel can come back. Matt McClain, like I said, they say he's hoping maybe August. Like, I don't know. I'll be surprised. That's a shoulder injury. Shoulders are tricky. They're hard to come back. Anytime you have an arm injury, in general, it's hard. Brad here. I'm surprised the Pirates have won more than 5 games, right? I think they're going to win more than 5 games, Brad. But yeah. But yeah. And shout out to, speaking of arm injury, shout out to, God love him, TJ Antone. He's going for his third Tommy John. I don't know if I've ever heard, I know I've never heard anybody top of my head of going through 3 Tommy Johns. I barely heard of people having 2. Usually you have 1, it'll last you, till the end of your career. Normally, I wonder what he's doing. Why he keeps getting Tommy Johns. Why he keeps, is it his mechanics? Is he throwing it too hard? What's going on? Because I feel bad for him. He fights and comes back. Come back. To this point. What? Yeah. You thought they would win 5 games to this point of the season. I got you, Brad. I got you now. I understand. Yeah, like I said, I did not think they'd get off. I'm with you. I did not think the Pirates would. I really thought the Pirates could be a dumpster fire. To be honest, I really didn't see anything there. But again, a lot of teams in the Central are all doing the same thing. They're all doing what the Reds did last year. Got a lot of young guys that are coming up and they're playing well, and they're playing better than, I won't say projected, but that's the thing now. These rookies, these guys, a lot of them are coming up and they're ready to play, and that's just something that didn't used to happen. But that's the change in baseball, I think, where especially smaller market teams, you need to do what the Tampa Bay Rays have done. That's their blueprint. They've been doing it for 20 years now, probably, where they draft, develop, and they don't pay anybody. Let them go, and then the next guy comes up, and he's, just as good or better than the guy they left. Let go. Now, they haven't won a World Series yet, but they've been to more playoff games, and they've been to, they've been 2 World Series, I think, in the last 10 years, and we haven't been to any. So, what's up, Kevin? How you doing? Brad, let's see here. The Reds just had to beat up on the NL Central teams. True, but they have to beat the teams. They have to beat some winning teams too. I agree with you, but they got to beat some. The not just the NL Central team, the teams that are bad. You have to beat them too. You need to win the games you should win. They are a good enough team to beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and that's the level that we're at here, where we, as fans, me as a fan, I'm expecting playoffs this year. And if we don't make the playoffs, I am going to be disappointed. I think it'll be a very disappointing season if we don't make the playoffs. That's the whole mindset of this offseason. That was the mindset at the end of last year, is we're going to make the playoffs this year. And I still believe we can. We're not even through the first month of the season yet. So that comes back to where I'm going to hold them to higher standards. You got to, in Seattle. I know it's Seattle. I know go for the White Sox. They played the White Sox. White Sox were awful. They beat them like a drum. They did what they're supposed to do. But in my opinion, if you're a really good team, you can't go to Seattle and get swept. Yes, they had a 500 road record, which was good. I would like to have a winning one. I would love to get at least one game in Seattle. You got games like that, when they're pitching, you got to figure out some way to beat them. Somehow you got to figure it out. And they're still a young team. And we'll keep saying that. Keep saying they're still a young team. They're still figuring this stuff out. And I think it's going to do nothing but get better as the season goes on, where they will find a way to beat these guys, beat these teams that are just, because listen, if you get the playoffs and you run into a pitching staff like that, 3-game series, 4-game series, it's over. It's quick. If you run to a hot pitching staff, and you got to figure it. And that's, I hate to bring this up, but The Reds playoff record as far as runs, we're still at 21 scoreless innings. 21 scoreless innings. We haven't scored in the playoffs. So that's still out there. I don't think any of the guys, unless Jonathan India was on that team. I think Jonathan India might have been on that team, in that 2020 team. And my family just left, so my dog is barking and telling them to come back and pick him up. so apologize for the dog barking. But yeah, that's where, like I said, when it comes to weak series like the the Seattle Mariners, those are ones that are like, you can't just kick it down the curb, which I don't think the Reds kicked it down the curb. It just, they couldn't hit. Those ones you got to figure it out. You got to figure out how to win those games. And like I said, the good thing is they did beat the Chicago White Sox. Now come to the California Angels. I'm showing my age. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim is their proper name. We should sweep them. I think we should do this. We should definitely at least win the series. Worst case, you win the series. You cannot lose the series to the Los Angeles Angels. You have to win this. They don't have much. They got. I saw the game yesterday. The Tampa Bay Rays are good, but they got beat by the Rays yesterday in the ninth inning. So they're coming in, slumped their shoulders. They're both teams coming in on a losing, having lost their last game. But this is a game we need to get on them, and we need to jump on them early and get this lead and get the win and set the tone for this series, saying, look, you're here in Cincinnati. We're a good damn team. We're going to go out and prove it. And that's where they should be with this weekend series. Now I have a question for people though. Do you guys still think Ellie should be sent down? Because that was a big big topic of conversation before I left to go to my mother-in-law's memorial. And I came on here and I said, I didn't say y'all are nuts. I just said, y'all just need to relax. Let Ellie be Ellie. Ellie needs to relax. Like I said, he would make the glove where he's trying to flip it. Ellie doesn't need to do that. That's where I think Ellie's trying to be too flashy, where Ellie doesn't have to. Did you see the catch he made in short left field last week? I mean, he's sliding and backhands it and catch it. That's unbelievable catch. There isn't too many shortstops in the league that can make that catch. Now, if you guys watch me, I've been one that would think Ellie future position is center field. But I'll put it to you this way: I'm not there where we should move him yet. I don't think. If he can make the routine plays at shortstop and get comfortable at shortstop, he could be an all-star shortstop. He can make plays that you've never seen a shortstop make. Ellie, in my opinion, has a chance at the end of this year, I'm saying this year, that he could be the best player in baseball. And that's I don't even think I'm overstepping my bounds with that. There's a very good chance by the end of this year, people are going to consider him the best player in baseball and possibly one of the best shortstops they've ever seen if he gets consistent. He's got to get consistent. And it's funny. It's like he's really good. It's like the spectacular plays. He doesn't think. Like sometimes, I remember Willie Green. You guys remember Willie Green was a third baseman? And he can make the spectacular play at third base. But when it was a ground ball or something, they thought about it too much, he'd overthrow him. Sometimes I think Ellie gets in his head too much. And it's not that he's overthrowing. He goes, I can do this and make it look cool. Ellie just needs to take the ball and throw it. Just make the routine plays. The spectacular plays will come with Ellie being Ellie. Let's see here. Brad, we got. No, I never did. Just repeating what Lance M started. Oh yeah, exactly. With Ellie. And I went back and listened to his sports talk. I didn't get it as Lance was saying that he thought that Ellie should be sent down. He was just bringing it up as a topic of conversation where, and other people jumped on like, oh yeah, he should definitely be set back down. He should definitely quit switch hitting and blah, blah, blah. And wasn't long after that. And this was during his, 12-game hitting streak. As I kept telling people, like, he's hitting 12 straight games, so it's not like he's not hitting at all. Then he goes out and makes that spectacular play, and then he has the 2-home-run game on both sides of the plate, including the inside of the park home run. It's like, you just got to let Ellie be Ellie. I think you make a shirt like that. Let Ellie be Ellie, because he's got so much. And that's the thing. To make in a Major League Baseball game, to make a glove flip, at least attempt it, you know how much confidence you have to have in yourself to do that? And again, I said this before. I think him taking a step out on the ledge and doing his interviews in English and being successful at that is translated to him being a better and more confident player on the field. I do. Call me crazy, but I think that has a lot to do with it because he's not. If you listen to what he said, he wanted to be able to communicate with us. It doesn't even mean necessarily in interviews. When he's signing autographs, when he's talking to the fans, he wants to be able to communicate with you. And so you understand what he's saying. That is, to me, again, I just think that's huge for him to do that. And I think it's translated well for the season. The other guy I think is playing great to me, is not in the lineup tonight, is Willie B. Bad. I'm very, very happy with the way he has been playing. Now I'm going to look up. I had the lineups up here earlier. I'm going to look it up here. Let's see here. Where did I tweet it? There we go. All right, so we got for the lineup, if you guys are wondering today, we got Jonathan India leading off playing second base, Spencer Steer at first base, hitting second, Stuart Fairchild batting third, which, why? Why is Stuart Fairchild batting third? He's hitting better. I'll give him credit, but I don't know. I would put Jake Fraley there, Ricky Martin, Tyler Stevens. There's a number of other guys that I would put batting third other than Stuart Fairchild. But David Bell has him hit third. Hitting fourth, DH, Nick Martini. Eddie batting fifth at shortstop. Right field, Rake Fraley. I call him Rake Fraley. And Santiago Espinoza playing third. And Will Benson in left field. And, of course, Nick Lodolo is your starting pitcher. And if you guys watch, I know most of you, actually, all 28 of you probably watch me almost every day. I'm not a huge David Bell fan. I think he does stuff that drives me nuts. Point in case. And who knows? Maybe Stewie goes out and hits a home run and proves me entirely wrong, which I am fine with that being wrong. I just don't get why in the world do you put Stuart Fairchild batting third. So I don't understand his thinking sometimes. I think he tries to overthink it and tries to prove how smart he is. Just put a normal lineup. You got guys who could hit third that have done it before, have proven they've done it before, are hot. So unless Stuart Child's hitting 400 in the last week since I've been gone, I don't know about. So anyway, all right, get back to Brad here to the Lance McCullers thing. No, I never did. I was just you already did that one. Sorry, I thought it was a new one. Yeah, you just repeated what Lance said. Sorry, I thought you had a new comment up there. But does anybody else get irritated with David Bell as much as I do? Was something when he first started being a manager, he managed every game like the seventh game of the World Series, where he'd pull guys out, bring the bullpen in, and our bullpen was burnt out by May. Now, he's doing a better job of not doing it, but there's times it's because I went to the first Friday night game. Me and Chandler went, and Luis Cesas is out there, and he's struggling. And we're only down, I think it's tied. We're down by 1 run. I cannot remember. He's struggling. You see he's struggling. He's walking guys. He doesn't walk guys. He just doesn't have it. I'm looking at the bullpen, nothing. And he walks 2 more guys, gives up a couple runs, gives up another run, finally gives up 3 runs, and then David Bell, then the bullpen starts going. It's And then I think he gave up 2 more runs. It was like, he gave up like 5 runs. It's like, why are you waiting so long? It's just, I don't. He like went from 7th game of the World Series to, I got to save the bullpen at all costs. Like, if he doesn't have, sometimes the pitcher going to the bullpen just doesn't have it. It's just baseball. Sometimes they just don't have it, especially relievers. And if they don't have it, get them out of there, especially if you're in a 1-run game. Don't just give the damn game away because you didn't want to go to the bullpen. It just drives me nuts. I mean, my favorite manager of all time for the Reds is Lou Piniella. I learned so much watching him double switch, manage a bullpen that 1990 season. If you ever want to just go back and watch Lou's moves, he was a magician when it comes to tweaking guys, patting guys on the butt, yelling at them, running the bullpen, creating a culture in a clubhouse. Lou was a master at it. He was awesome at it. And it showed that we won the World Series. David Bell, I think, is great at motivating guys, great at patting guys on the butt, great at creating a culture. But he makes moves he doesn't have to make, or like Stuart Fairchild, he puts a bat in third. Why did you do that? But then one of our relief pitchers will come out there. It'll be a 1-run game, and they don't have it, and they'll start giving up 3, 4, 5, 6 runs. Then he'll go to the bullpen. It's like, why are you waiting so long? Like, these games, and the thing is, these games matter now just as much in April as they do in September. And like sometimes I feel like David Buzz is like, we're just going to throw this away. Like, no, don't throw any games away. Go get your bullpen. Get somebody else in there. I mean, it's just sometimes watching him manage is, I don't know. And I mean, I do get a kick out of how many times and how quickly he gets thrown out of a game, because he is like, honestly, when he does an interview, he reminds me of Bill Belichick. Well, we could have ran the bases a little better yesterday, and he just didn't have his stuff today, but we'll do better. He's just always so monotone, and then he gets pissed off, and he's it's like, holy crap! It's like Jekyll and Hyde. He's real calm, then he's pissed the blank off, and he's ready to go in like 2 seconds. Like, which, I mean, I like that he stands up for his players, but it's just I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I barely ever see him. He'll yell at umpires every once in a while from the dugout, but not like, if he's going to yell at him, he's going to go out on the field and yell at him and get thrown out. Like, he might have I wonder what the record is for getting thrown out of the most games of a manager. It might be David Bell. Anyway, I've been out for 33 minutes. Reds game's about to start here at 6:40. I'm going to get the heck out of here. Jeff Carr will probably be on next time I ask him, but unfortunately, like I said, I guarantee he just flat forgot. But shout out to my sponsors, the best barbecue in the city of Cincinnati, Midwest Best Barbecue. Joe, check them out. CTB Wings, G-Funk, pulled pork sandwiches. They are delicious. They're right out there on Ward's Corner exit on the east side. Meyer Door and Windows, family owned and operated. Check them out at www.meyercincinnati.com. Get your doors and windows from them. Free estimates. I have them in my house. They are easy to clean, energy efficient, and awesome. Like I said, Hail Marys. Back going to the game tonight. Head to Hail Marys in the heart of Cheviot. It's your ticket to the game. They have free parking. Now, they don't have it, but it's across the street. So it's free parking. You park across the street, walk into Hail Marys, get yourself a beer, watch the Reds game on the giant-ass TV screen. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back Monday. We're going to have my boy, Corey Dillon. And Corey's going to be in town next week, but he will be back on the show Monday. Bengals captain. Maybe Big Sandwich Greg, if he wants to come on. I don't know. I got 3 shows next week because, like I said, I'm going to be on Malik Wright's show Wednesday. So make sure you guys check that out. I'm really honored to be given the opportunity to be on his show. So check it out there, and hopefully I don't make an idiot out of myself. We can talk some Bengals. 1 week from yesterday, the NFL draft is going to happen. I still think it's going to be trenches. Some people say, I can see him being a wide receiver. I just don't see it. I don't see the pressing need to get a wide receiver. We can draft one next year. You can tag T next year. You need a right tackle. You need an interior defensive lineman. That's what you need. You don't need another wide receiver. You don't. Who's going to replace TB? Mike Gesicki. He's basically a slot receiver. Uno, he can play slot. Chuck Sizzle. You can get a wide receiver. This draft is full of wide receivers. You can get one in the draft. I ain't worried about it. I want a right tackle. I want a nose or a 3-tech. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys Monday. You have a wonderful weekend. Throw it up. That's just sports, baby. See ya!